Vayan en paz, pueda el amor rodearlos por doquier, por doquier, por doquier.
In my life, the way that this holiday came into my understanding was after we lost our daughter, Sienna, back in 2006 in May. We, as you can imagine, were devastated, and many of you saw us and held us up during that time. But when the autumn came and we started to hear about these celebrations for Dia de Muertos, and we thought, how wonderful. And somebody said they were going to make an ofrenda for our daughter. And so we thought that was beautiful. So we started to pay attention, and we learned that the day before, today, in fact, is Dia de Angelitos, which are the children, a day for the children. And I thought, all of a sudden, we had felt so isolated in our grief in so many ways, watching our friends continuing to raise their children, feeling cheated, feeling robbed in a certain way. And people would say to us over and over again that it's not supposed to happen this way. Children are not supposed to precede their parents in death. And we really felt that. And then when we heard about this holiday, when we realized that a whole country of people, and then found out even in other countries, people celebrated the death of children, we realized that we weren't so alone. Suddenly we realized that this is not so uncommon. It's not so out of the ordinary and so irregular. It's certainly very sad, but it's not something that doesn't happen. In fact, it's quite common. In fact, for many, many centuries, people had a lot of children because they knew or expected that 2 or 3 or more would die before they grew up. And that continues in many countries around the world, particularly in agrarian societies. And I'm just curious today, if those people, if you are a parent or grandparent and you have lost a child of any age, I'd just like to see the hands of those people who are among us. Look at how many hands are up just in this place. And keep your hands up. And then if you know someone besides myself and my family who's lost a child before them, would you just raise your hands? And let's just see how many of us have been touched. See, the loss of children is not so unusual and not so peculiar. So what we learned from this celebration from our Mexican friends was that this ability to invite the spirit, if you will, to invite the memories of those we've lost into our lives in communal ways, in creative and artistic ways, and in a way that is celebratory, is a beautiful way to remember those we love. Sometimes I wonder, it seems like people can feel like they need to hold on to their grief and the pain of grief and loss as their only sort of connection to the person. We're afraid that if we stop grieving, if we stop feeling the pain, that we somehow dishonor their memory. Or somehow, if we stop feeling the pain, maybe we'll start to forget. Maybe we'll lose the link, and then it becomes the pain and the grief rather than the love that links us together. And with this kind of celebration, we are taught that our link is love, and it's not the grief, and it's not the pain, and that we should invite and celebrate those we love and bring them into our lives in different and special ways. So this has become a very important holiday in the life of my family. We put out little snacks that our daughter loved, raisins and grapes and black olives and shrimp and things like that she used to love. And we remember her, and we call her memory with joy and celebration into our hearts. And I hope that you will find ways to invite those who you love and who've gone before, who've died. That's the other thing. We don't use the words in our culture. This is very countercultural for those of us in the United States, many of us. We don't even say died. We say transitioned or is in a better place, or we find almost any euphemism we can to avoid saying that somebody has died or say the word dead. And so this is so liberating and freeing to be able to talk about and celebrate. When I stand up here and look at these beautiful photographs of loved ones and all of the little mementos that you all have put forward here, I feel the presence of that mighty cloud of witnesses that surrounds us all the time. Even though we can't see them with our outward eyes, they are here with us in beauty and truth and love for all of our days. So on this All Saints' Day, as we anticipate entering All Souls' Day tomorrow, having passed through All Hallows' Eve last night, may you find ways to invite the memories and the spirit of those you love into your life, not just today, but in many ways and in many days. May the circle of love be unbroken even after death, and may you be surrounded by beautiful memories. And when you're gone one day, may those who love you invite you back into their lives again and again and again. Amen. Thanks for tuning in online. We are so pleased with all the different people who have been tuning in from all over the country and all over the world. If you have a chance to send me an email or connect with me in some way, let me know what you're finding, why you tune in, and what you're getting out of it. I would love to hear from you. And if you get a chance to make a gift to support this ministry, to become a partner, we would love to partner with you and have you be a friend of the church and somebody who is actually supporting us to create this congregation and the world that we're trying to create together. You can be a part of it, and every gift of every amount makes a difference. We really appreciate your support.